You know, I tend to get upset with Democrats, but then I remember that they literally voted for somebody who was inserted as the vice president of the United States, but at the same time dropped out of the race in 2020 because they were one of the least liked candidates of all time.
Councilman Gabbard, you took issue with Senator Harris confronting Vice President Biden at the last debate. You called it a, quote, false accusation that Joe Biden is a racist. What's your response?
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
Now, I wasn't going to give you guys this cheat code, but I discovered a cheat code. Have you ever been on Facebook debating liberals only to be called a racist, a bigot, a fascist, and a Nazi simply because you're white and Republican? I have a cheat code for you. But first, quick little story time. In about 2013, I was stationed in Japan, and it was Halloween. I didn't know what outfit to wear or costume to put on, so I decided to be Sergeant Lincoln Osiris from Tropic Thunder.
I don't believe you people.
What do you mean, you people?
I mean, I lost the Halloween costume contest to a couple of hot chicks, but regardless, it was fun. And all my friends got a hell of a kick out of it. Now, I posted this picture a long time ago, and no one cared because people had comedy back in that day. But ever since Drewski decided to do whiteface, I decided to change my Facebook profile picture to that Halloween costume. Yeah, I've been having debates with liberals now on the internet, and they're not calling me names. It's blowing my mind. I cannot believe that all you have to do is change your profile picture to someone that looks like a black dude or something like that, and they won't call you racist. It's amazing. I've actually been able to have conversations with people. I can't believe it. It's nuts. That is my cheat code for the day. All right, now let's get to the stories.
And now, the Right View would like to introduce the moron of the day.
All right, now, sometimes you just can't fix stupid. You're not going to believe this next story. So, a dim-witted crook back in jail for allegedly swiping government car 2 hours after release from Louisiana lockup. And here is her mugshot. Remember, all persons are presumed innocent until proven guilty. We know this. So, a dim-witted crook landed back behind bars for allegedly swiping a government vehicle for a ride home 2 hours after walking out of a Louisiana lockup. Lisa Cleaver, 42, was hit with theft charges and hauled back into Livingston Parish Detention Center in Livingston Monday morning after stealing a Department of Public Works truck and leaving her discharge papers inside, according to the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office. Deputies said the adult first tried to hijack an unmarked squad car from the parking lot immediately after her 7 a.m. release on criminal trespassing charges. During our investigation, deputies alerted Cleaver as soon as she stepped foot out of the LPDC upon her release, attempting to gain entry into an LPSO unmarked unit in front of the parking lot, Sheriff Jason Ard said in a statement. I mean, wow. Left her discharge papers in there, stole it from outside of the jail that presumably is covered in cameras. There was no way they weren't going to catch her. That's insane. Why do you think she did this? Do you think she's really that dim-witted, or do you think maybe she wanted to just go back into jail? Let me know in the comments below. All right, our next story brings us to Oregon, where a man was secretly living in a condo complex's crawl space.
Shocking discovery in Oregon. A man found living in a crawl space beneath a condo building. And as ABC's Elizabeth Schulze explains, it appeared he'd been there for years.
It's like something out of a horror movie.
I cannot believe it. That really weird.
Police in Oregon say a 40-year-old man was living in this crawl space of a condo building without the owner's knowledge. Police say the man, Benjamin Buckor, lived here for what they're calling an extended period of time, transforming the space into a home, complete with a bed, lights and chargers, even a TV. The family upstairs not realizing they had an uninvited neighbor, but they did hear bizarre noises coming from the space.
I mean, I never imagined that they would be literally outside under my house.
Ketzi Lutwig and her husband say they only made the discovery after a neighbor saw a man park his car nearby and walk to the back of the building into the crawl space. He saw a light on and knew something wasn't right.
Impressive, like something out of like a zombie flick or something like that.
Multiple neighbors say they've noticed damage on their own crawl space doors, as if someone were trying to break in. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News.
Wow, I mean, check your crawl spaces. Make sure you don't have a random guy living in there, right? I mean, he did have a pretty nice setup, but he was living the lush life. I think I even saw a PlayStation 5 controller down in that crawl space. That's a lot of work. And how did he not get caught? Way earlier, just parking, walking to the back of the condo complex, going into his home, you know? I am impressed. But yeah, if there's one thing that you do not want is a random guy living in your crawl space. Now that was the story of Weird Guy 1. Get ready for Weird Guy 2.
And now introducing your pervert of the day.
All right, a creep was arrested after he was caught on camera shucking his cob at a New Jersey corn concert, and I have some video of this. Viewer discretion is advised. It is very weird. I mean, that dude is a complete disgusting maniac. If you don't have the willpower to control yourself, you should not be in public spaces. The dude needs to be committed to some type of asylum and jailed, because that is bizarre and disgusting behavior. Yeah, and if I were the police officers in this situation, I would have tased the piss out of that guy. I mean, bizarre, disgusting behavior. Now that is what I have for you on this beautiful Wednesday. If you haven't commented yet, just comment down below that guy is a sick, pathetic, disgusting individual, or whatever you want to say about that nasty man, right? And if you're not subscribed, I wouldn't mind your subscription. Almost up to 400 subscribers. So to my long-term subscribers, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Now get your butt outside. As always, get outside, hydrate, change your socks, and do some PT. I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, bye.